everyone. I've had some questions as far as how I do my eye makeup, and so I thought I would just kind of walk you through it on what I would do on an average day. Usually the way I do it, if I'm going to work or if I want to just, put some effort into it, this is what I would do. So I may make a tutorial like really step by step, but I thought for now I'll just kind of walk you through what some of the products are, since my eyes are already done today, and you can kind of just look at it from there, and it's really not that hard. So the first thing I do, I do my whole face first, and then I take an eye primer. This one is a Mary Kay signature eye primer, and it's a really smooth formula. I know some people like the Urban Decay primer, which is fine. I've never tried that. I'd actually like to try it sometime, but this is just what I'm using up right now. I put that all over my whole eyelid, and then I smooth on a like champagne cream colored eyeshadow on my entire lid. And a couple options that you have for that, Smashbox, I don't know exactly, Smashing Cocktail Hour is this trio, and I use this creamy white colored shade here. And another option is the CoverGirl in Champagne. It's the single eyeshadow in Champagne, and put that all over your eyelid, and because it helps the other colors blend into it, and it just gives you a nice smooth bright kind of light color there on the lid. And I use one of my Mary Kay brushes. There's a lot of brushes similar to this, just your basic eyeshadow brush for that. Okay, so once you've gotten that put all over your eyelid, then I take a much darker shadow by contrast. I use Makeup Forever Diamond Shadow, and it's in this, I don't know if the camera will really pick this up, but this is a kind of sparkly black shade. And so I use a little sponge tip applicator for that, and I put it right in the corner, right here. So I get a little bit of that in there, and get it really close to the lash line, and probably, I would say I would put it on the outer third of my eyelid. And so that kind of gives you that start. It really kind of makes your eyes appear a lot bigger when you work that into the outer corners. And then the next step I would do is to take some deep, rich, dark, you could use a smoky gray color, but what's been working for me lately is a really deep plum and a dark brown, and that's also out of another different Smashbox kit called Smokey Eyes. It comes out of their Expert Eyes kit, and I use like a typical blending brush. This is also from the Mary Kay group, and I pretty much do the purple shade all within the crease, and I work the brown up just a little bit further out on the side. Okay, so what that does is that really then enlarges the way your eyes look, and then if I want some more intensity, I will go back with a very small contour brush, and I will take my black shadow and put it, like right in here, and just kind of add a little bit more. And it's very buildable, so that's what I do basically for shadow. Then to finish it off, this is what I have used for years. It's the CoverGirl Eye Enhancers in Golden Sunset, and I use this middle shade, which is like a coppery, sort of a coppery color, and I use my eyeshadow brush, and I put that on all the way up to my eyebrow, and it just warms it all up. It's not, it's pretty transparent, but it does warm up your whole eye. It's amazing what that does, to not go with like stark white up there, but to actually use sort of a warm shade. It really helps. So there's the shadow. Now for eyeliner, first step, I use a liquid liner on top. This is Colorstay in black, I believe, Blackest black, and I run that all the way from the inner corner of my eye to the outside. Sometimes you can stretch it up and wing it a little bit, but this is just all the way across, pretty much basic how I would do it. And it takes a little practice with this kind, but you'll get a steady enough hand and it'll work for you. And then on the bottom, I use Colorstay. Again, I use the pencil this time on the bottom. I go all the way around here. I do not typically line my waterline. I have at times, but it's just not traditionally something I do every day. I think it makes my eyes seem a little closed in, and this makes them look a little bigger if I just line them like usual right underneath. Okay, so after that, I curl my eyelashes, and I use my E.L.F. eyelash curler, which I love. I think it's great. It only cost me $1. And then I have a lot of different mascaras that I'm messing around with right now, but I'm going to show you 2 of the best that I believe, and they are not expensive at all. And I've tried some really high-end mascaras, but I still stick with these. CoverGirl Fantastic Lash is very volumizing, very lengthening, and multiple coats does not, I mean, it can do multiple coats with no problem. Some mascaras leave you with some really funky looking ends because it can't build on itself very well. This can. It's really a great thing, and if you haven't tried it, it's like probably under $5 to try that out. Another really good one is HIP High Intensity Pigments, the L'Oreal brand mascara. They just have like one kind of mascara, and it's got a little bit bigger brush, but it is really lengthening. Also, I mean, you can do two or three coats with this, and it builds on itself very well. But like I said, I'm kind of working with a lot of mascaras. I feel like I have to try a mascara for a while before I can actually get a really good understanding of how well it works on me. Because sometimes, mascaras aren't the greatest as soon as you use them because there's so much formula in there, but then once you keep using it, it gets a little better. So, anyway, just in review, basically what I do is on an average day for my eye makeup, I put a base on. I use a light shadow all across the lid. I use a very dark shadow like black shadow in the corner. I use a deep plum or a deep brown to create that smoky look in the crease and out in that outer V sort of shape. And then I use a liquid liner on top, a pencil liner on the bottom, both black, and a really good mascara. And also a good trick is using sort of a warm coppery shade up here, not a dark shade that'll make your skin look kind of muddy, but like a real fresh, sheer, coppery shade up top here really warms up the entire face. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching.